I hired a PI to catch my wife cheating. Turns out I was the side piece all along. Hey Reddit. Throwaway for obvious reasons. This happened over the last 6 months and I still can't believe I'm typing it. I, 34M, thought I had a pretty normal, slightly boring marriage to Emma, 32F. We've been together 9 years, married for 6, 2 kids under 5, mortgage in the suburbs, the kind of life where date night is takeout and Netflix after the kids are down. Nothing flashy, but it was ours. It started small. Emma's a marketing coordinator and had been traveling more for work the last year. After her last Chicago trip in November, she came back different, quieter, always smiling at her phone. She'd take calls in the garage for better signal. She started going to the gym at weird hours, 7 p.m. on weeknights when she used to hate evening workouts. Our sex life, which was never fireworks but reliable, basically flatlined. I ignored it at first. Stress, right? Kids are exhausting. Then I saw the hotel charge on our joint card for a night she was supposedly at her sister's. $189 in our town. No explanation when I casually asked. She got defensive fast. You're tracking my spending now? Great. That's when I became the guy I swore I'd never be. I downloaded one of those sketchy tracking apps on her work iPad. She'd left it logged in. I told myself it was just to confirm she was safe. The first ping showed her at a nice Airbnb downtown on a Tuesday night, when she said she was at a client dinner. I sat in my car across the street like a movie cliche, heart hammering. Around 9:30 p.m. she walked out with a guy. Tall, maybe 40, salt and pepper beard, dressed like he had money. They hugged for way too long. He kissed her forehead. She looked up at him the way she used to look at me when we were dating. I almost threw up in my car. I didn't confront her that night. Instead, I did what any spiraling husband does. I hired a private investigator. Cost me $1,800 I couldn't afford. 2 weeks later, the report came. Photos, timestamps. They'd been seeing each other for at least 4 months. His name was Daniel. Divorced, no kids, owned a small logistics company. The PI even got audio of them in a restaurant saying "I love you" to each other. I lost it. Confronted her that same evening after the kids were asleep. Showed her the photos on my laptop. She went pale, then started crying. Not the busted crying. The devastated kind. I never wanted you to find out like this, she said. The story she told me broke my brain. Daniel wasn't the affair partner, or he was, but not in the way I thought. Emma had met Daniel through me, sort of. 3 years ago, I started a small side hustle. Custom 3D printed tools and gadgets on Etsy. It was my man cave thing. Daniel was one of my first big repeat customers. We chatted in the messages about designs, then moved to email. Eventually, we grabbed beers a couple times, decent guy. He even helped me troubleshoot some shipping issues. Emma had been helping with the business admin, packing orders, answering customer emails when I was slammed at my day job. That's how she first talked to Daniel. What I didn't know, their emails turned personal, really personal. She says it started as innocent flirting while I was working late or traveling for my job. Then it became emotional. Then it became physical. But here's the part that made me feel like I was in a fever dream. Daniel knew about me the entire time. He liked that she was married. He didn't want her to leave me. He wanted to keep her as the exciting secret. And Emma. She got addicted to the version of herself that existed only with him. The carefree, desired woman who didn't have stretch marks from 2 pregnancies and a husband who fell asleep on the couch most nights. She wasn't planning to blow up our life. She thought she could keep both worlds. The stable dad at home who coached soccer and fixed the printer, and the passionate escape with Daniel every couple weeks. I asked the question every cheated-on spouse asks. Was any of it real with me? She said yes, she still loved me. But she was also in love with him, different kinds of love. She cried harder when she said that, like she expected me to understand. I didn't kick her out that night, I was too numb. The next few days were hell. We had the quiet, polite conversations in between parenting. She offered to end it with Daniel immediately. Blocked him while I watched. Deleted everything. But the damage was done. I kept replaying every work trip, every late night, every time she came home and kissed the kids first instead of me. Then came the real gut punch. About 10 days after the confrontation, Daniel showed up at my work. Parking lot ambush. He looked rough, like he hadn't slept. Told me Emma had cut him off completely and he was devastated. Then he said something that made my skin crawl. She told me you guys hadn't been intimate in months, that you were basically roommates. I thought I was doing her a favor by making her feel alive again. I almost swung on him. Instead, I laughed this ugly laugh and told him I'd been sleeping with my wife regularly until he came along. The look on his face was pure confusion, then anger. He thought she'd been honest with him too. That's when it clicked. She wasn't just cheating on me. She was cheating on both of us with different versions of the story. To me, Daniel was the exciting escape. To him, I was the neglectful husband she stayed with for the kids. I still don't know what's going to happen. We're in couples counseling. She swears she wants to fix us. I see the guilt eating her alive. The kids keep asking why mommy and daddy aren't talking much. Part of me wants to burn it all down and start over. Another part remembers the woman who held my hand through 2 difficult labors and laughed at my stupid dad jokes for almost a decade. I don't know if I can ever trust her again. Every time she leaves the house, I feel sick. Every notification on her phone makes my stomach drop. So Reddit? AIT for still considering staying? Or am I the world's biggest idiot for even thinking about it? I'll update if anything big happens. Right now, I'm just trying to be a good dad while my marriage quietly implodes in slow motion. Eldar. Suspected my wife was cheating, hired a PI, confirmed it. Confronted her and learned her affair partner was a customer from my side business who thought I was the problem in our marriage. She was living 2 completely different love stories at once. Still don't know what the hell I'm doing.